Seejeanty, Haiti Business News Show. How's everyone doing? This is 15th of August, or 16th, I'm sorry, 16th of August. And we just got a lot to talk about. Got a lot to catch up on. It's going to be as per usual, hopefully very informative episode. Lots of things have happened in Haiti. And in particular, we have to keep it focused on economics, macroeconomic conditions, and how the country is trekking overall. We're going to be talking about all that. But per usual, I'm going to ask you guys to enjoy a little bit of an intermission as we handle some things in the background. And we'll be back in exactly 5 minutes. Okay? All right? All right. Don't go anywhere. Today's weekly, this is Seejeanty, Haiti Business News Show. We talk about news, current events as it relates to macroeconomic condition. You can always catch us live every Sunday. Haiti Business News Show. We are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we are on Instagram. You can always catch us 11 a.m. On Sundays. We are live on air. We're going to be talking weekly happenings, focused, economically focused on what has happened. I'm going to dissect it in an unbiased, impartial way. And a big part of what we do here, of course, is Haiti Business News Show. I did not see and do not see any place online where folks can get a CNBC, Bloomberg-like focus on what's going on at the macroeconomic level of Haiti. So this is what this program. Haiti's News Show, Sunday, 11 a.m. We're here every Sunday, right? 11 a.m. Haiti's News Show. It's Sundays weekly. This is Seejeanty, Haiti's News Show. We talk about news, current events as it relates to macroeconomic condition. You can always catch us live every Sunday. Haiti Business News Show. We are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we are on Instagram. You can always catch us 11 a.m. On Sundays. We are live on air. We're going to be talking weekly happenings, focused, economically focused on what has happened. I'm going to dissect it in an unbiased, impartial way. And a big part of what we do here, of course, is Haiti Business News Show. I did not see and do not see any place online where folks can get a CNBC, Bloomberg-like focus on what's going on at the macroeconomic level of Haiti. So this is what this program is here. Haiti's News Show, Sunday, 11 a.m. We're here every Sunday, right? 11 a.m. Haiti's News Show. It's Sundays weekly. This is Seejeanty, Haiti's News Show. We talk about news, current events as it relates to macroeconomic condition. You can always catch us live every Sunday. Haiti Business News Show. We are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we are on Instagram. You can always catch us 11 a.m. on Sundays. We are live on air. We're going to be talking weekly happenings, focused, economically focused on what has happened. We're going to dissect it in an unbiased, impartial way. And a big part of what we're doing here, of course, is Haiti Business show. I did not see and do not see any place online where folks can get CNBC, Bloomberg-like focus on what's going on at the macroeconomic level of Haiti. So this is what this program is here to do. Haiti Business News show Sunday, 11 a.m. We're here every Sunday, right? 11 a.m. Haiti Business News show. It's Sundays weekly. It's a Seejeanty Haiti Business News show. We talk about news, current events as it relates to macroeconomic condition. You can always catch us live every Sunday. Haiti Business News show. We are on Facebook. We're on YouTube, and we are on Instagram. You can always catch us 11 a.m. On Sundays. We are live on air. We're going to be talking weekly happenings, focused, economically focused on what has happened. We're going to dissect it in an unbiased, impartial way. And a big part of what we're doing here, of course, is Haiti Business show. I did not see and do not see any place online where all right, here we go. We're live. We're on through all three platforms, actually four now, actually. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, that's Twitter for folks who are not in the know, and of course, Instagram, we're on all four. Of course, folks who are watching Instagram, just bear in mind, it's going to end in 1 hour, and when it ends 1 hour, you're going to have to jump ship to a proper streaming platform, i.e. Facebook, Seejeanty page, YouTube Seejeanty, or Periscope, Twitter Seejeanty, an actual live stream that doesn't, from some real reason, restrict you to 59 minutes and 99 seconds, or 69 seconds, or 59 seconds, actually. There we go. We got lots of stuff to talk about, and per usual, it's the show that we focus on economic and business things that are happening. But of course, other things have to spill into it because, of course, politics spills into business. But of course, we know it's about show politique. There's too many shows that are politically based. We do it in English because there's no other place on the interwebs that has internet as an English, provides that information in a language that a lot of our diaspora brethren can prefer, to be honest with you. And of course, it's not just about ourselves. It's really about breaking the mystery, the mystique of Haiti to people from all over the world, right? If you speak Creole only, you folks lose out in the opportunity to know what real Haiti is. Pour nous dire clair, c'est pas que m'pa ka parler Creole là, même les loups, c'est que il y a une mission qui du monde anglais qui te nous accompli mission ça parce que Haïti plus de nous, impact nous fait dans du monde plus de nous, a fini nous pas ka cacher qui ça qui a fait Haïti par rapport aux langues que seul nous même ka comprendre. You understand? Of course, that's for the person who comes in halfway through the show and it's like, what? How dare you speak anything that's not Creole? But my regulars know what the show is about, right? Of course, we got to hit those disclaimers right at the very front. So welcome. We got some stuff to talk about. Actually, that might be a pretty short show. Actually, we had some stuff going on here in the office. Some paintings. We're doing some updating. It's been about 2-3 years in this office, and the office needs some TLC. So we got some stuff going on here that may actually have my short show be actually probably the shorter show I've done in a while. We'll see. It depends on how much you guys get me talking and how quickly I lose track of time. It's all good. But welcome for my veterans, for the folks who know what this is. Welcome back. You certainly appreciate it. The folks who are in and out every week. The folks who are more than that, who drop a comment at the very beginning and then drop a comment at the very end. No matter if it's 2 hours long, 3 hours long, you guys are the real MVPs. You know what I'm saying? So hello. Now, of course, we got to talk about some things first and foremost, YouTube Seejeanty, right? For those who don't know, there's a lot of other content that goes on YouTube Seejeanty. And most recently, we went to St. Louis du Sud, and we highlighted a canal project that is being done by Magistrat Edwin Said, and Haitian who was born here, who left, went to Ecuador for military school, did his law school here first, then went to Ecuador military on behalf of Haiti, right? And military school there. Came back, said, you know what, there's more for me to do. Went to Norway, got a master's in political science in Norway. I'll say that again, Norway. And then from there, actually went to Harvard, right? You know, why not? Why not do Harvard, right? Checking all these boxes. Why not just get that on there? And then you know, could have very easily stayed, you know, in Europe. Could have stayed in America, but he's like, nah, I'm Haitian, you know, and I'm not gonna just sit here and talk shit about Haiti like so many Haitians do. I'm not gonna sit abroad and just lament and just complain and sit in a barbershop and say that, oh, it's the white people who are keeping Haiti down, it's the Europeans who are keeping Haiti down, like so many Haitians love to do, right? And he wasn't gonna stay on Facebook and just comment and repost things, though feel free to repost my stuff. He was like, no, I'm actually going to do something about the problems I see, right? It's crazy. It's a crazy concept where you can actually decide to say is enough and take emotion into action, right? And it goes without saying, when I heard who he was and what he was doing, I was like, this is a guy I need to connect with because he is me, right? And he is a lot of the people who watch this show who understand that action changes things. That's the only thing that changes things. And so went out there, you know, it was a 2.5 hour ride to St. Louis du Sud. Beautiful town, beautiful city. The people are incredible. And I can tell you right now, I had the best Seejeanty. Oh my God. Yo, listen to me when I talk to you. I'm talking to you right now. Listen to me. I had the best Seejeanty I had the entire time I've been in Haiti. That's number one. And on top of that, I had the best chocolat. And for those who don't know, chocolat is basically, you need to think about cocoa, right? You know, like hot cocoa that you drink. That's what we call INIT chocolat. You understand? And I had the best chocolate I've ever had in my life. You hear me? That's two things I never, and everything else, you know, just was phenomenal. Food was incredible. And of course, I had the chance to meet him and hang out with him, and he's just an incredible guy. And of course, but we were there not for fun though. We were there to see a project he was doing, a canal project that was, by himself. Like he literally, out of his home pocket, out of his personal network, he fundraised because the state gave him nothing. The 3 years he was there, maybe gave him a few thousand good. Yeah, and good is talking about good here, right? Not dollars, good, right? Because you know, in Haiti, for those who don't know, like the municipal, Haiti is a national. There's no, you know, even state structure or municipal. Everything has to come flowing from the national entity, the national body, the treasury, and so literally, you know, a lot of mayors spend a lot of time in Port-au-Prince, basically begging for a little bit of minutia of money to be able to do projects. These are the good ones, anyways. The good ones use the money to do projects in their city, and of course, he certainly is a good one. And the little bit he got certainly wasn't enough. And he just completely, it's 1.4 kilometers of canal And before it was it was barely a ditch, barely. And through his efforts, because he was like, what is the biggest infrastructure project I can do? Not charity, right? He's not in a position to necessarily change laws. Otherwise, I'm sure he wouldn't make it even easier to do business in his commune. But he said, what can he do to really impact multi-generationally? You hear me? Multi-generational. A lot of us in the Haitian community, we think tomorrow. What can we do to make a quick buck? What can we do? Charity. Let's feed a kid for tomorrow. But no, what can you do that could last he will be dead in the ground for centuries. And that canal he's building is still going to be there, right? Impacting that entire community long after he's dead. So that takes vision. And so it's a rare person that says, I'm going to invest not in today, not in what I got to do today, but I'm going to invest in something that is going to look out for centuries. Did I mention he's Haitian? He's a leader. It's a rare thing to find a Haitian leader who is thinking about his country and his people, right, in a way that is like this. You hear me? It's rare. And so we show that on that episode. But most importantly, we did a call to action. We said, you know what? I've been doing this going on 3+ years now. I've never asked any of my viewers for a penny. I may have mentioned on a video, hey, by the way, here's what I'm presenting. Here's their donation link if you're interested. But I've never directly appealed. I never said, hey, Seejeanty audience, Chris Seejeanty, is asking you to open up your wallet and impact. But actually, I did it for the very first episode ever on Seejeanty. And I'll be honest, it's a very strong likelihood it will be the last time I do it too. Because we don't do this stuff here, right? We're focused on bigger things, impact, and multi-generation impact. But when you meet somebody like that, doing a project like that, right? You break some rules, right? And I said to my audience, open up your pocketbooks. This is Seejeanty. I want to bring somebody who's a clown in front of you, or a jokester, or a fraudster. I'm putting my name on this. This guy's the real deal. This project's the real deal. Open up your pocketbooks and help with this impact, right? And I can tell you, my audience stepped up. You guys stepped up. Last I checked, I should have checked before, but last I checked, we're at about $1,200, and that is incredible. Again, we're not a big channel, right? We don't have tens of thousands of viewers like Casey Neistat. We're not those, not at that level. But for my audience, all contributing mostly 20, 30, 40 bucks here and there, right? Some heavy hitters even dropped 150, real MVPs, shout out to those, I think it was Gary, I think is probably one of them, shout out. But, for those folks who stepped up, and I got a tear in my eye, and it really shows me why I'm here, why I'm doing what I'm doing, not only for the opportunity to meet real actioneers. That's what I call folks who aren't just about talking about that action, Jackson, you know what I mean? But folks who really are about that action. Hats off. I salute you guys. For real, I salute you guys. And of course the video is going to be in the description. I gotta make sure I will update that video. But of course, you guys go to YouTube, Seejeanty. It's the very most recent video I dropped. After this video will be in the description. Go check that video out. It's getting lots of views. And honestly, I want to say, I'm not tooting my own horn here, but it's probably my most well put together video I've done. Storyboarding, putting it together, flowing from one scene. I watched the first time and I got a little choked up, and I was building it out and watching it and releasing it to you guys, premiering it. I got a little choked up. So for all those reasons, usually I don't take this much time to talk about a Seejeanty joint, but this is easily, thus far in the 3 years I've been doing this, the most important video I've done, without a doubt. And so I want you guys to go and check it out. Check it out. And hopefully one day, is it going to happen in my lifetime? I don't know. But one day, there is a God, and I know there is a God, we will have a generation where we have an entire parliament full of Edwin Saïds, an entire executive branch that is full of Edwin Saïds. We'll have a judiciary that is full of Edwin Saïds, meaning what? Folks who are thinking not about them, not about their pocketbooks, not about how much corruption I can partake in, how much I can just, leave trash in the streets and but a generation of folks who are thinking, what can I do? What can we do together, right? That will improve a lot of Haitians multi-generationally, right? So we'll see. We'll see if it happens in our lifetimes. But in the meantime, what we can do is check out the video, and whatever you can contribute, it's $5, $10, whatever it is, contribute to it, right? Contribute to that project. Okay. Beyond that, what else we have going on? We have let me drop the banner here. Drop the banner for those looking to contribute. Since we're talking about contributions, you know what? I'm not even going to do it this time. I'm not even. Usually, I put the Cash App underneath there, But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna say, go watch Canal YouTube video and contribute. Right? That's what I'm gonna do. I don't. This today's episode is not even about me. It's about helping Edwin Said and citizens of St. Louis du Sud, right? So I'm not even putting I usually put my Cash App underneath the stream. I don't even want that. I don't want that. I need you guys to call to action today is go watch the St. Louis Canal video, okay? And an impact. Actually, let me fix that and make it a little more clear. Go watch St. Louis. Come on now, where are you? Okay, St. Louis du Sud Canal Seejeanty video, right? And contribute. Let's make it real clear. Right? In case somebody comes in halfway through the show and they're like, man, what's going on? What's this canal video he's talking about? There you go. They can't misinterpret that. Go watch St. Louis du Sud Canal Seejeanty YouTube video and contribute. All right. Okay. And of course, guys, everyone who's watching is my co-host, right? Seriously, I mean this. And I'm going to try to read everything I see on air. For times, a little ticking, I'm going to start skipping around and just grabbing the ones that are most impactful. But for now, until, I'll try to read everything on air. And so you're my co-host. I expect questions. I expect comments. We're going to read everything. We're going to have a conversation. That's what we're here to do, right? And the quality of this broadcast depends on you. So bring the comments, we read everything. Okay. All right. And so on that vein, before I start with the headlines, let me just say what's up to some commenters I'm seeing here. We got Arlene Wade in the house. What's up? Happy Sunday. We got yours truly, PL. What is up, man? We're back at it again. Yes. Thank you. Peter J. Tenna. Channel's growing strong. That's right. Thank you, guys. You guys have been a big part of it. Everyone who shares the stream, you're part of this channel's growth. So thank you for that. Of course, this YouTube Haiti Business News we're doing today, share the stream, man. Share the stream, right? You're part of that growth. Anyone who hits that share button, hits that like button, leaves a comment. You're all part of it. You're all part of that growth because the algorithm likes that and helps grow it. We got, scroll up some more. We got Berthini Lewis. What is up? Special guest. I don't think is this a special guest show? I don't, am I missing something? I don't really do special guests here on Haiti Business News. It's a rare thing for us to do that. We got Mimi Eugenics. Good morning. Bonjour. Happy Sunday for sure. What's up? Channel's been around for too long. Berthune says not for too many people. Too long for not enough people to know me. So thank you for that. Hopefully it keeps on growing. Again, you guys are part of that. Share it. Jocelyn Bazil, thank you for the good job. Appreciate it. Shantu Jean, thank you. What's up? Stanley St. Jean. I'm not Mr. Jean. I'm Seejeanty. But nonetheless, what's up? Black Millennial took your advice, contacted Rebo to have my own private label coffee brand to sell on Amazon. Hopefully, it will create more jobs. That's great, Black Millennial. You let me know how that goes. If they, what you guys work out, and because I know they are open to it. So let me know how that goes, and whenever it shows up, starts showing on Amazon, send me a link, and I'll put it on my network here and help you out, help Haiti out. Right. So great job, thank you for that. Top chick, Jersey girl, top of the morning. What is up? One day we'll replace CNN News. We'll see. Sturvey
Sturvy Metlus, bravo pour l'argent. That's right. People are so ignorant. You have a bunch of different followers, not just Haitians. That's right. Thank you, JL. That's one reason I speak English. Thank you for that. Century RD with the thumbs up. I'm Ray Bell. Big fan of Seejeanty. Big fan of you for watching. Right. Jocelyn Bazil, translating French. No, I will translate in Creole, but I will never translate in French. French is a terrible language. I'm sorry. It's a vestige of slavery. And if we're going to speak any colonial language, it should be one that generally benefits us on an international business level. And English does that. French doesn't. I'm sorry. In fact, Haiti is better off speaking Spanish. We're in a Caribbean zone, right? And the biggest subset is Spanish speakers. We're better off speaking Creole and Spanish, before we speak French. But anyways, that's just my opinion. I know other folks disagree, but it's okay. We're able to disagree here. All right. Musk Lover 2 says, welcome, by the way. It's not talking to me. Sorry. J. George Sac Passé. It's at $1,500 now. Yo, Musk Lover just told me how much we're at on the GoFundMe. That's right. And low key, guys, the big points on the fundraiser, the donation drive, the fundraiser for the now is really $2,500. Every $2,500, that is a large camion, a large truck. I don't say camion, but large, like semi truck of cement, right? And that is a chunk of a few hundred meters probably of canal that can be done. Because remember, I showed you guys, they had the rocks, they have the workers. Your money really is to help pay the workers, but then most importantly, get the cement there, right? The actual, mixture that they put, they line and put the rocks in. And $2,500 is the waypoint. Every $2,500, they can, make a purchase every $2,500, right? So we're doing great. $1,500 is great, but let's see if we can get them at least one truckload of cement at $2,500. If we can get one truckload of cement, you know what? For sure, we're coming back, right? Because that means we genuinely contributed to the canal's growth. Here, the audience here at Seejeanty, and we deserve to know what's going on. We got to audit. I can't be talking about somebody's doing good, but then I don't show you guys it, right? So if we can get $2,500, it is. You hear me? It is a guarantee. There's going to be episode 2, St. Louis du Sud, when that canal is totally finished, because we Seejeanty, we partially own that canal. Right? If we can contribute, we can get to at least $2,500. So let's see. It's still young. Video's only a week old. Let's see if we can get to that dollar point. Okay. All right. Rest in peace, Ernest Jean Joseph Tines. Fortunately, I don't know who that person is, but rest in peace. Ayu Edo, can't wait to be on the ground. You've inspired me, so I definitely donated. Awesome. Thank you, Ayu Edo. We are the change we're waiting for. Made up our mind, help build up the local community. That's right. That's what's up. Head back and stop talking about it. Stop complaining about it. Let's take emotions into actions. Isabel Simel, thank you for your work. Isabel says, thank you. Carl Aaron, Haiti in War. Talking about my title. We'll talk about that. Yours to be your channel will be pivotal. Thank you so much. Shana Mill, good morning. LM, good morning. Jay Fitzsoon, good morning, right? Wake up, people. Good morning. Vivi Vincent, thank you. Great job, sir. Enjoy to watch all your videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching, for real. Excuse me. Lovely King Magni, good morning. Jay Saint, good morning. Tracy Williams, what's going on at the board? We're going to talk about it. Don't worry, we're going to talk about it. James Pierre Lewis, what's up in New York? Back in the house. What's up in New York? Ronald Etienne, top of the morning. Queens in the house. What's up? What's up? New Yorkers always tell you. They tell you they're here. I'm from New York. Love it. French. Let's see. Oh, skip ahead there. Let's see. Skip up. Where are we? I'm French, and I don't like it when Haitians speak French. You see what I mean? You see? Thank you for being honest, Elolid. Thank you. See, that's another reason why I don't like French. The French are so particular about people speaking their language, right? So why am I? That's why I lived in France for a while. People don't know this. I lived in France for a while, and I don't speak it. I refuse to because of listen, English. You go to America, English, they appreciate you trying to speak their language. Even the Spanish will appreciate you. The French, they look down on you. They want to fight you for speaking their language. I'm serious. I'm serious. Those who grew up in Haiti know what I'm talking about. And those who went to France for a time know what I'm talking about. The French do not like you speaking their language. So, okay, cool. You don't like me speaking your language? I won't speak your language. Epi fini. Epi, that's it. Right? So thank you for being honest. Hello, Lid. Keep up the good work. Paul Villick said, where are we? I think he's jumping down at the bottom. It's messing up my flow. Okay, there we go. Paul Villick. All right. Right. Yours says English is spoken more, agrees with me. Let's see, Black Millennial. I couldn't agree more. The French forces semi-finals to use their currency. I said, I'm not even going to get there, but that's a more reason why. You know what I mean? Listen, I'll speak French. I'll finish my anti-French speaking rant in a second. I'll speak French when the French return the indemnity that Haiti had to pay for. Right? The day that happens, allô, bonjour, je m'appelle Seejeanty. C'est en tout des ouf. Je veux de l'eau. Right? So when that happens, I promise you, I will speak French all day, every day. All right. Daniel Dodard. Oh, hitting us with the $4.99. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Much appreciate that. We'll go to the war chest so we can do more engaging, impactful content. So thank you. But everyone else, give to the Canal Project. I'm not gonna thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. But everyone else, go watch the Canal video and instead of donating to me today, donate to the Canal Project. $5, $10, $20. Go donate over there. Right. But nonetheless, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. Melania. How you doing, Melania? For those who haven't seen the Deportee episode, it has been my most watched video on this channel. A lot of folks connected emotionally with the deportees. I talked about it last week. We'll talk about it again right now, really quick. I had two men and Mari who were deportees who unfortunately got deported. They really didn't even know the country at all when they got here. But they turned a negative into a positive, and they're impacting Haiti in an incredible way. They're impacting and doing some incredible things. And in fact, they've started an org, DIPS.org, that is doing what you would expect. There's no other organization I know does, which is they try to connect with deportees at the airport when they fly in and really help usher them into what Haiti life is, but most importantly, helps them immediately go on the right path. Because some deportees, unfortunately, do continue on in what got them deported in the first place. And so they intervene and make sure they stay on the right path and maximize their impact throughout. And those who are already turning good, they plug them in, they turbocharge them into an environment and ecosystem of greatness, right? And so Melania, thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for doing what you're doing. She's also a co-founder as well. And if you haven't watched that video yet, go watch it. Another very impactful episode I did, I guess, on the Seejeanty channel, Seejeanty YouTube, right? Edwin, what's up? Good morning, bro. Was here. As always, good to see you, Edwin. Certified Tees, what's up? Back at it again. Franklin St. Charles, great channel. Appreciate it. Giving you 72 watching. That's what's up. Love it. Love it. France Camille, good morning. Yours truly, PL. French don't teach you a thing. Yours truly, PL, piling on. Arlene Wade. Wow, sad. Someone else speaking French looking down. That's true. It's true. It's crazy, right? Jace, everything. Lame, Anna, Fonti, Kunya, Ferro. Girls à trop foncé pour moi, mon frère. Dépassez-moi. Désolé. Let's keep going. Marie Cohen, French. To state other people's countries. I don't disagree with that. We got Melanie D, what's up? Stanley, what's up? Sandy, what's up? Lovely King Mag, what's up? You speak it finally. Not a French person won't say that. I found more info on the French stuff. A lot of folks piling on the French here. We got JS Everything. What is up? I appreciate $10 added to the war chest. Thank you so much. It's helpful. I thank you. shout out, appreciate it. So I'm going to take that and add to the pile so we can do more stuff here. So thank you for that. Everyone else looking to show contribution, the best way you can do it is to go to the canal. I did a video on St. Louis to Sud, the canal project, and give there $10, $5, whatever you want to give there. We're trying to impact the canal project there. So everyone else looking to help out this episode, go to the GoFundMe that's there and go. In fact, let me help you guys out a little bit. This is what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna make it real easy. And let's see if I can find it here in my history. Here it is. And I'm gonna drop the link in the chat here, so you guys make it real easy for you guys to go and share that. Here we go. Boom. Just dropped it. Boom. Just like that. It's on the Facebook, YouTubes, and all that, guys. All right. Let's see. Peter J, what's up? I said what's up already. Afro Legacy 971. Hi from Guadalupe. Guadalupe. Hello. Happy to have you. Right. And let's take a look. I got to give IG some love before I move on. I got to give some IG some love. IG, let's see what folks are saying here on IG. Let's take a look. Haitian, no, we're going to be talking about it. You sipping some vodka? Nah, this is water. In fact, I'm running low. Just water. Too early for vodka. Though it's 8 p.m. somewhere. Right? 365. First time I'm seeing you. What's up, man? Hope to see you again. What is up? 509 Lion. What is up? Heard there's a public market in both sides of the border. We're gonna be talking about that. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be talking about it. Don't you worry. We got Zivigo Domino saying absolute fact. Sells there. Regulating the interest point. Okay, but we're going to be talking about it. Let's see. Praise your government. Let's see. Our government is so bad. Well, we're going to be talking about it. Some back and forth there going on IG. Conversations happening. But we're going to be talking about it. Basically, it's about the headline of today's episode, and we're going to be talking about it, right? So, again, keep the comments coming. Certainly appreciate it. So what are the headlines? Let's talk about the headlines for today. What are we going to be talking about? COVID, of course, still happening. I know you guys are tired of it. We're going to be talking about COVID. We have some things happening related to COVID for, some other side stories as it relates to the conditions and things. We have some things happening in Cap Haitien, actually, pretty interesting. We're talking about some quick historic fact. I'm talking about troops to the border. Troops to the border. We're going to be talking about that. A lot of folks are gung-ho. Whenever you mention Dominican Republic, on both sides, folks are ready to go, right? We're going to talk about it. Very important story that happened this week. We got to talk about customs, or is it last week? Customs, some interesting numbers are coming out of customs. We're going to be talking about education, some stuff we're going to be talking about that's happening there. Electricity. You got some updates on that. Got to give you guys. And that's going to wrap us up for the week, all right? And so those are the headlines, lots to talk about. I'm looking forward to it, right? Let's get to the news story, okay? So we have 2,400 COVID in Haiti, 2,400 active cases in Haiti. That is down. This is for the fourth week in a row. We're down 136 from last week alone. At 2,400 cases. We had 196 deaths total, but that is up from 12, and that's a lower increase than we've had for a long time. Last week it was plus 26, week before was plus 36, so we're even decreasing on the death count, which is the amount of folks, unfortunately, passing and losing their lives because of COVID. That's going down as well. So we're very happy to see. For the first time, and we always got to talk about the Dominican Republic numbers because, again, we share the island and a lot of Haitians commute back and forth to there, and a lot of Haitians are coming back because of the economic difficulties that are happening. So we have to stay on the pulse of what's going on in the Dominican Republic as it relates to COVID. And so it's 33,540 active cases, but it's the very first time we see a negative downtrend. Very first time we see a negative downtrend, negative 1,500. It's the first time I've certainly been keeping tracks on that we've had a negative count. So finally, we're starting to see things improve in Dominican Republic. relates to COVID, because they need to improve, because we can only feel at ease here in Haiti only when the numbers start decreasing in Dominican Republic. And so that's great. Even 1,409 deaths altogether in the DR, but even that is a lower number than before. In previous weeks, we've had high numbers as high as plus 300, plus 200. And so things do seem to be on an up, first time better direction in Dominican Republic. So we're very, very happy to see that. And we certainly hope to continue in that trend, right? So that's the COVID numbers. And I certainly look forward to the day when I don't have to start my newscast with COVID at all, so we'll see whenever that can be a thing. Maybe when the Bill Gates vaccine comes out, a lot of folks, you want to get folks riled up in the chat, just tell them I'll be one of the first to take my vaccine. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. It's Bill Gates. Bill Gates is going to own your children. I'm trolling, but you guys got to stop that. Okay. Vaccines, it's the science, is a thing behind it. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna avoid that nutshell. I'm gonna avoid that landmine of a conversation. Okay. Yeah. But you guys feel free to do whatever you guys want. But I will be taking the step of vaccinating myself when that comes out. Okay. All right. Whatever y'all think about me. All right. Okay. So news as relates to COVID, since the conditions in Haiti have been improving so much, the amount of folks needing to be treated have gone down so much. Doctors Without Borders has actually closed a COVID center that they have. I think they have 2 or 3 actually in the country, but they closed one down near La Ville because of lack of patients. So that's great news that we're seeing that level of decrease. That we were seeing facilities starting to close down. Right? We're seeing facilities actually starting to close down because of it. And that's fantastic, right? So let's keep that going. I think a lot of you guys who called your families in Haiti, and called your friends and told them, hey, wear your mask. Hey, wash your hands and take this serious. A lot of you guys who took that step and made sure people understood in Haiti that this is serious and did your part. Hats off. And a lot of you guys too who have stayed away, right? And said, you know what, let me wait a few more months before I come back and do touristic things. Because Haiti is a place, even though I flew back myself a few weeks ago, I have businesses here. I have a life here. I have to be here. Whereas a lot of other guys, people don't. And so and if you do come, how about this? If you do come, test yourself. A lot of folks hit me up and DM me, hey, Seejeanty, do I have to take a test, whatnot. And I always say, who cares what the regulations are? Breathe in just like that before I say it. Take a test so you know for sure you're good, right? Because you don't want to fly into Haiti and not know you're positive and infect people, okay? In a country that has limited, health facilities, you don't want to be that person, right? So no matter what, make it a point. Go and get yourself tested. Make sure you're negative, right? A week before you fly, and then great, right? And if you're negative, I'm sure airlines will gladly refund or push back your money if you call them up and say, hey man, I'm COVID positive and I can't fly. I'm pretty sure they're not going to take your money. I'm pretty confident in that, right? So, but nonetheless, hats off to my viewers, hats off to folks who are taking this serious, and ultimately the decrease in numbers of COVID in Haiti has been part of you guys. So hats off, keep it up, right? Haitian has a bit of news to share. 350 years, Notre Dame Cathedral has been constructed and is celebrated the 350th, am I saying it right? 350th year of existence, right? So very happy to have that. Have you ever been to Cap Haitien, seen that big central, church? It's a pretty nice sight to see, and it's good to have that rich tradition going for as long as we can have them, right? So, Cap Haitien, hats off to the folks who are from Cap Haitien. Enjoy that bit of legacy and history, and certainly I did one of my first episodes back. Actually, had to do with Cap Haitien. That's actually where I proposed to my current wife, my now wife, or forever wife. I make that clear. So Cap Haitien is a very near and dear to my heart, right? And so hats off to Cap Haitien, right? So before we jump into the news story, first and foremost, I'm pause the stream for a second. I'm out of water, and you guys don't let me have my fan on because it makes too much noise. Half the chat lights up, right, and says your fans making too much noise. So the consequence of it is you guys having to wait about 10 seconds so I can refill my water, right? So I'll be right back. Don't let this black screen of death fool you. Okay? I'll be right back. All right, there you go. I'm back. I'm back. Got my water. Okay. All right. So let's read the chats here. Let's see what folks are saying. Right? Let's see what folks are saying. Let's scroll up a little bit. Let's see what folks are saying. Chill Will, what's up? First time I'm seeing a Chill Will in this channel. Hope to see you again. We're here. We are here Sundays, 11 a.m. Right? SOD Entertainment, thank you. Gotta hydrate. Afro Legacy 971 here for the movement. Right? We got Zorek in here. Said watch the videos because you say it like it is, man. You know, so thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You got Herb Tree in the house. Claudia Love, Francois, what's up? What's up? Ali B, how's it going? Not looking to be a true hero in Haiti. I just want to make money there, but but the image is distraught, and I don't think export is capable. Can you inform? I mean, that's what we need. We need a movement of folks, Haitians, in fact, to come back. And no one needs to be a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm just a guy who just sees there's a lack of things and I do it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily a hero at all. Export depends what you're exporting, right? So that's kind of vague, right? There's plenty of things to export. So a lot of these questions I can't, I don't know quite how to answer it, just because these are very vague questions that first off, I'm not here to convince anyone to come to Haiti and do business, right? If you don't see the value, if you don't have the imagination, the creativity to see opportunity when others see misery, entrepreneurship and business isn't for you. You probably need to remain an employee and be told what to do. I'm not being a jerk. I'm just being honest, right? I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've started several different businesses. I've never asked anyone, hey, do you think this can work or not? I ask, I'm going to make it work. How can you help me? That's how I ask my questions, right? But I don't know any successful entrepreneur who has that sort of question mindset, right? I'll be honest with you. So that's number one. Number two, I am writing a book, 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti, a guide for a lucrative guide for entrepreneurs. That's the title is much longer, but I just keep that short in that way. And actually, I like sharing the full title. Let me show the full title. 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti. Lucrative business ideas, inspirational success stories, and intriguing business opportunities for forward-thinking entrepreneurs. That's the full title, right? And that they're really for folks who may have that energy and that zeal and that desire, but may not necessarily know how to do it. Right? So I was being a little tongue-in-cheek to Ali B here, but the reality is we all need a little bit of help, right? We all need a little guidance. And so I was like, let me create a book that has 101 ways. And whenever I get a question like that, I can just, hey man, go buy the book. There's 101 ways to do business in Haiti, and pick the one that makes the most sense for you and aligns with your creativity and what your expertise is. So that's coming out. In fact, I'm very happy to announce we're making a lot of progress. And honestly, I feel within the next 2-3 months, I should have a very clean manuscript draft to start, getting critiques on it and tweaking. And certainly, I really do want to have this book published and out in people's hands by the end of the year. So we'll see. We'll keep going in that direction. All right. So we'll see. But in any case, there's opportunity here, and I don't know what else to tell you. I wrote a book that's going to have 101 ideas. I don't know what to tell you, right? So Claudia Francis follows up with, and then Ivan says, how does a regular guy with some college and no degrees and making a living in Haiti, if he has little money to start with, it's going to be in the book. We're going to talk about, how to start businesses on a shoestring budget. All right, we're going to talk about that. Is there a way for Haitian professionals networking, like Facebook page or something? Plenty of Haitian groups out there. Just type in Haiti on Facebook, do a search. You'll see there's countless of books out there. Groups out there focused on Haiti and different things going on. So just join a group. Tyson St. Louis, thank you. Jiff Tells Tune. We'll talk about that in a second. News story. We're going to talk about that. Scrolling. We got Prince Kaim Hakeem. Get to the economics. Keep saying I'm talking too much. I feel you, brother. I just want to recognize some folks who are dropping comments in the chat real quick. Let's see. Anti-vaxxers. I know in Quebec they have a law and compensate people who are injured by vaccines. Certainly, that needs to be a thing anywhere, right? Medical malpractice, right? Let's keep scrolling. Lots of comments today. Woo, mama. What kind of business I have in Haiti? Staffing and outsourcing company, right? Amongst other things we're looking to do here, right? Marie Manur, how long have we living in Haiti? Going on 4 years now. 4 years now in Haiti. Gino Love, keep doing it. Appreciate you. Live Loud More, Finding Imagination. Yeah, thank you very much. Sometimes I'm deep and I wasn't even intentional. Thank you for that. Plenty of ways to make money. Just gotta, plenty of ways. You're absolutely right. 100 viewers. That's right. Folks are telling me how many viewers are watching. That's what's up. 100 viewers. My mom, I'm getting stale. I'm a little nervous. How much this many people are? Oh my goodness. But that's a lot of, for the folks coming in, welcome. Haiti Business News, Seejeanty. We talk what's happening in Haiti and keep it on the economics bent, right? So what is up? Quick check on IG. Nothing on IG. Great. Let's move to the news story. Troops to the border, right? Haiti has sent a contingent of Haitian troops to the border, both in Malpass. Jim and I they had a kerfuffle. A kerfuffle. That's a word I like. Sounds delicious. Sounds like a food. Kerfuffle. But it has to do with fighting, right? That happened last week. Talk about it in just a second. But the troops also sent them to Lake Azui, the border that's directly east of Port-au-Prince as well. And it's really to quote unquote to help with the contraband and help with the flow of traffic is what King Moise is saying, is why they're sending stuff. Now, let's take a step back. Now, folks may have heard there was something that happened in Malpass where the Dominican flag was raised on Haitian land, right? That was a big, it was making the rounds across Facebook, across WhatsApp. What's going on? And what happened was the Dominican flag was raised on what a lot of people in that area, in Malpass, in their minds, in their experience, was Haitian land, right? Just one day it just crossed over, the border, the previous border, and then raised a flag, and then the Haitian people there was like, wait a minute, whoa, that's not how we do things here. You're not gonna come on Haitian land. You ain't feel like force. We beat Britain, we beat France twice, right? We beat the Spanish And it's not going to be in 2020 that the Dominican Republic is going to come in Haiti and think they're going to start taking land, right? That's what our people here in Haiti said. And they started rioting, whatever they had in their hands, started rioting. They got the police involved because the police, were like, wait a minute, what's going on? And the police got involved, and the Haitian police. And they pulled down the flag, burnt it, ripped it, right? And that was what made the headlines. That was the news story. Dominicans came in Haitian land, raised the flag, and patriotic citizens defended Haitian national sovereignty because, God forbid the national government's not going to do that, right? And the Haitian people rose up and squashed a Dominican invasion. That's the narrative a lot of people are sharing right now. So here's what happened in actuality, okay? The previous president, Medina of Dominican Republic, and King Moise, who was then just a regular president at the time, there was, in between the Minister of Foreign Affairs, etc., they came into an agreement. There was an agreement, a bilateral agreement that was signed. There's a lot of points in the border that it's in dispute. A lot of points in the border that it's not actually clear where DR starts and Haiti starts. And believe it or not, Mount Pass, the Seejeanty area, is one of those areas. And so agreement came up where the DR were to gain some land, particularly in the border area, but then lose some land further up, right? A little bit of a trade-off. It was agreed, it was signed, it was lightly made in public, but certainly not to the people affected. And what was supposed to happen was there was supposed to be a flag raising ceremony where both sides were supposed to, commemorate the agreement by raising, both flags on where the one territory was supposed to end and another territory was supposed to start. But, with COVID happening, and honestly, even with COVID, the Haitian government isn't known for being timely. Haitian government isn't known for doing anything that's supposed to do without maximum pressure and force to do anything efficiently. And so the Haitian government never got around to giving the Dominicans a date to do their ceremony. Now, as you know, the Dominican Republic just had a election. There's a new president, a new administration coming in, and the different members of the prior administration, including the president, Dominican president, are looking to put a bow tie on projects that they were a part of, different agreements that were signed. They're looking to bow tie. They're looking to wrap it up, finish it, and then pass on what they can pass on to the new Dominican president. And so this was a very big and important loose end that needed to be taken care of. And so without waiting, without being fatigued with Haiti's the Haitian government's lack of resolve on what there was agreed on, they just moved on and put up the flag on themselves. Obviously, that was a problem because no one on the ground even knew what was going on, and so you got what happened, right? So I want to be clear: the Dominicans didn't just wake up one day and say, "Hey, we're taking land from Haiti." No, it was a bilateral agreement that the Haitian government signed, that there was a movement in where the borders were, and that was it, right? And in fact, what the Haitians did on the ground, could have constituted a real military action by the Dominicans, because technically what really happened is they infringed on Dominican land that was agreed upon by the Haitian government, that it was actually theirs. And one reason why troops were now sent to the border actually is to actually enforce the new agreements land-wise, right? In addition to other things that King Moise said, right? And so that's where we're at. I'm sorry, the story isn't as sexy as we would like it to be, that's just where we're at with it. It was an agreement that was signed. The Dominican Republic got tired of waiting, pulled the trigger. People on the ground didn't know about it. And, a big kerfuffle came about. How do you even spell that? Somebody dropped that. How do you spell kerfuffle? Right, a big kerfuffle happened. And that is really, I'm sorry to say, that is really the news story. Not much more else to it, right? Than that, right? And that is, and honestly, altogether, and by the way, during this news story, I found out that Haiti, we have altogether about 500 troops, right? Versus, remember the Haitian military was disbanded under ICE. King Moise restarted the military. The military is only 500 strong versus a Dominican military that has roughly, on the border alone, has about 10,000 people, 10,000 soldiers. I'm sorry, not people, 10,000 soldiers. So believe me, I don't think we want any of that sauce, right? If it were to happen. But that said, trust me, a lot of the Haitian spirit, the 1804 spirit, would still be very strong, and we'd still do the damn thing, just like the Cacos did, and kept fighting throughout the entirety of the American occupation. Believe me, it wouldn't be just a simple walk. Hey, we that's not how things work. Haiti, believe me. You know what I'm saying? So that's a news story. Before I move on any further, let's see what folks are saying in the chats about that news story. Let's scroll up a little bit. We'll see what folks are saying. Scroll all the way up. Let's see what's going on. Down to Dodard says he will buy the book. Right, he will buy the book. That's what's up. Thank you in advance for the pre-order. Everyone in Haiti would in business Haiti, but there is no security. I suppose, right? I suppose, I think during pay lock things were pretty hairy, but I always don't know. I never really know what that means, right? Because I understand when people say that. They say, well, I come to Haiti, but there's no security. Okay. I've been in Haiti for 4 years and haven't lost any property. Haven't been menaced. I'm growing my business. I mean, even in COVID, my business has been growing. So I don't know what that means, right? Now you have people who come into Haiti and open businesses that I'll be honest. There are Haitians who come to Haiti. I'm gonna just say it. People aren't gonna like it. There's Haitians who come to Haiti and they open businesses. Then I'm happy that it fails. I'm gonna just say it. I'm sorry. I'm happy that when the Haitian diaspora come and some of the businesses that they open shouldn't be opened, right? You have these diaspora who are coming, who are quote unquote, looking to help, right? And they open import only businesses. They buy stuff in bulk, they buy pepe, and they harm Haitians here in the country trying to, make their own nice looking clothes. We have Haitians who come and peanut butter, cereal, a lot of things, rice, a lot of things that could be grown here in Haiti. Haitians decide to import it in to make a quick buck, right? And they're mad when they say security. They're just mad because their importation business ended up going against, the more established players, right? Here, and the established players, Haiti, Wild Wild West being what it is, and given that they've been in Haiti multi-generations and never left, and they have connections here. And they can make a phone call and call the guy at the port who's married to their cousin's niece, right? Family ties or close associations, and say, yeah, bro, yeah, this is me. There's an importation coming in, shut it down, right? Now, is it right? No, I'm not saying it's right. But I don't particularly care for that business that you're trying to do here that failed, right? That's number one. Number two, the businesses that can actually gain you wealth, the businesses that can actually help the country, you're not going to have competition. You're not going to have issues of security. What do you mean? What do you mean, Seejeanty? What do you mean? Break that down to us. What do you mean? Open up a call center. Who are you competing against? Who even knows where you're at? Like, you open a call center in some residential area that has 100 people. Who even knows? Who are you competing against? A lot of this, the undertone is always when there's security, like the big families will come and shut you down. If you're importing, the shutdown happens when you're trying to take a slice of a sliver. The Haitian economy is a sliver. And Haiti is a place where you grow by taking away from somebody. The Haitian domestic economy is a zero-sum game. Your growth means someone who is here, not just some guy overnight just flew in because they went to a flag day and threw a flag and I want to do business here, right? Someone who's been here multi-generational. You being here takes away from their slice when you have a domestic-facing company. When you have an export international-based company, a company that your clients are overseas, and by the way, Instagram's already gone. No, I told him at the beginning to come to watch the stream. I told him that already. So in any case, we're not rebooting that. Coming in, you take away from somebody. Now, if you build an entity, a business that's export based, and when you mean, Seejeanty, what do you mean export based? What do you mean? Go research Escania Chocolates. Escania Chocolates is a Haitian American. Well, she's Haitian, but went through University of Michigan, top schools, didn't have to come back, and built a business where she takes some of the best aspects of Haiti, which is our chocolate, makes to a chocolate bar and sells it internationally. And she's doing great for herself. And she has no issues of security and the great bourgeoisie and the big family. There's none of that nonsense. Because there's no bourgeoisie in the international market that's going to shut you down. You can get to $100 billion before you even get on somebody's radar in the international market. Oh, Chris, that's one example. Seejeanty, that's one example. Cool. Queralt Essence, remember the company that was on Shark Tank that got $100,000 investment? Was it $100,000? I think something like that, some crazy number, right? They're taking Louis Masquiti, everything that we all know, we all grew up with, built a business around it and sells it to the world. That's two right there, right? And they're big time. How is security messing their business up? How? Tell me, right? And go on. I can go on and on. And I will go on. I have a book coming out, 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti. As you can read it, right? So I don't buy that, right? Whenever you hear that, it's someone who they were told by some old Haitian head who had no vision, who had no creativity about what entrepreneurship means. They just wanted to load a boat full of crap and sell it in Haiti, right? And they got shut down. And now they went around telling people, oh, Haiti's not a place of security, right? And you believe them, and you're just repeating it like a parrot, right? I'm just being real with you. Open the wrong business, you'll fail. The right business is the business that, China's where it's at because its diaspora came back, opened factories, right? Open businesses that can actually grow, provide jobs and growth. There's no stopping a company like that. Anyways, let me keep going. Right? Wake up, people. Says I'm with you. Vaccine, autism. Okay, all right. We're gonna move on. Better move on from that. Let's keep moving. So much land. Dominican stuff in here. I'm not gonna read it because it's I know one of the things that get people riled up. Anything Dominican Republic. I don't want to necessarily get folks riled up too early in the morning for that. I'll be on all day otherwise. Let's see. Unless I don't know. Unless we find like-minded people, business will never open. Somebody should ask for say Haiti is unsafe. Probably means the worst sound. I just covered that. Let's see. Lots of comments in here. Let's see. Trying to scroll up. Keeps throwing me down. Keeps throwing me all the way down. Okay, there it is. Agree with you. Lots of opinions are being thrown. Was it a fair trade-off? Did Haiti get a piece of land upward? Yep, they did. I don't know the full details. That's the one thing that's very troubling with this agreement. I did quite a bit of research and I still didn't see the full bilateral agreement. The moment I do, I'll publish it on my Facebook and get it translated as well, so you guys can read, just like I did with the penal code. So I'll keep an eye on that if I see it. And anyone in my network who watches who can get themselves can get it hands on and forward it to me, feel free. But my understanding from folks very close to the matter, high up officials, that's what happened, right? Let's see. Keep going, scrolling a little bit. Lots of comments today. Whoo, mama. And Black millennial people do hire security guards. That's one aspect. That's one thing folks do. It's not that expensive, believe it or not, actually. Courage, freedom. Let's see. Somebody mentioned the took away citizenship from Dominicans with Haitian ancestry going back to 1929. We've talked about that here on the show. It is certainly a crime against humanity. It shouldn't have happened, and it's hard not to see the racial component involved in that. Right? That's as much as I'm going to say. That alone deserves its own episode, and probably we'll do on New Poly at some point to really explore that topic in full. Right? Bounce Bougie 11, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in the chat. What's going on, man? You being shy, Bounce Bougie? What's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Bounce Bougie 11 says, I don't like the fact that Haiti has been acting like a battered wife when it comes to DR. One perspective, for sure. Let's see, Tom Prince, fight against corruption instead of an emergency. I agree with you. That needs to happen, right? Michael, again, I don't quite understand. Can you elaborate a little bit, brother? I don't understand. My only problem is exporting. I don't quite know what that means. You say that's your only problem. So try a little bit on that. Kissy Lies says, organization to clean the streets, right? Nobody will fight you over. You see that? Kissy, what do we say? Kissy, whoa. Kissy says, yo, there would be no security if you brought a company in to help clean the streets, right? You start a company around that, right? So that's what I'm saying, right? Everybody wants a piece of the pie of established players, right? And no one wants to create something legitimately new and organic. I love it. Thanks for the tongue-in-cheek comment. Appreciate you that. They send me to 5 different offices. Let's see, how do you do with exporting? What's the best way around it? You do it by being in the country. You do it by networking. You do it by understanding the terrain. You do it by starting small. And once you've gained all those touch points, you can expand and ultimately to know which bureaus you need to go to, departments you have to go to, and getting a process in place. Haiti is not a place where you can just think you can fly in and start doing business. That's one of the first things I tell people. Haiti is a place where you have to fly in, learn the culture, network with people who can help you, and you'll be successful, right? But if you think you can just fly in and then lament that doors don't open like Moses, you think you fly in, that's what Haitian diaspora always do. They always do that. They always think they come in, and the moment they fly in, you're like Moses and the rivers part. Ooh, they fly. I'm sorry, Haiti's not that. And if you think Haiti is that, stop watching the channel. This is not for you, right? In the real world, folks really know what Haiti is. Haiti is a place where anything is possible, but you're gonna have to do some real work. You're gonna have to network, know the lay of the ground, lay of the land, and really understand what the process is firsthand. You can't delegate Haitian business. You have to do it firsthand with your own hands. And you do it that way, you get it done, right? Crowd Essence is exporting in the boatloads, okay? Ascana Chocolates, they're doing the same thing. They're exporting out in the boxes, right? How are they doing it, right? And how come they're not making comments in people's chats complaining about how difficult it is, right? Because it's possible, because they did it the right way, right? If you watch the story of Cross and the couple that's involved there, I forget his name, unfortunately. I know one's Eve, the other one, I don't quite remember his name, but Stefan or something, right? He said he would spend months here physically, getting things done, knocking on doors, going with his lawyer physically camping out in front of bureaus to get things signed. That's what you need. You need that mentality, right? That you're going to get it done, not just lament. Haiti pas facile. Meanwhile, when I go to a high-end restaurant here in Haiti, for example, I had a good friend of mine here on Friday, a good friend of mine from way back. And I took her out to, one of my favorite places that I like to eat, which I will never feature here on Seejeanty because, I like to keep my stuff, hidden. I got places I like and I share, and there's places I like so much, I hide it. I'm sorry. I'm only human, especially as I'm getting more and more known. I got to get places where I can just chill and just take good friends and just hang out and not be bothered, So no offense. Though, if you ever see me in the streets, say what's up. I always do like talking to people, but you know how it is. You like going to places that that you won't be bothered. But anyways, I went to this place, and again, I didn't see a single person of Haitian descent. Why? I saw other people there who were excelling, doing business, doing things, right? Because they don't buy this mentality. You don't see them typing in chats, oh, exporting's hard. Nah, they get it done. Listen, let me tell you something. Haiti is a place. It separates the entrepreneurs versus the people who play them on TV, right? The ones who play it on TV, who think they have just a facade of, oh, I can start a business because they used to sell pens in high school, used to sell gum in high school, right? It separates the men from the boys, okay? Because Haiti is a place where you only succeed if you have the right mentality, the mentality of, I'm gonna get it done. I'm boots on the ground, I'm gonna get it done. And that's the only way you succeed in Haiti, period. Okay, but then that's Michael. Thanks for the comment, appreciate you. That's what you need to be successful, my brother, okay? CJ, patient waiting for the book, certainly appreciate it, right? We'll pay for the unfinished manuscript. I'll keep that in mind. John McNally, what's up? Good to see you in the chat. Comment about Duvalier in there. Sorry to hear about that. Lens Monestein, what's up? Good to see you, right? Goku with top countries. Haiti's people could live better. Haiti's top of USA. Good to know. I'll check that out. Jay Saint, would you say that Haitian's media is to blame for regarding what they think of no security? I mean, not really, right? Because the Haitian media, that's what people always, the media in general, period, is a reflection of the consumption of that media, right? People wouldn't create the media that they create if they wouldn't have people watching it. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of people like to say, Seejeanty, you're doing great work. I wish you were known more. I wish you had more views. I'm like, cool, you're right. But the reason why, I always say that, I always say it too, I prefer quality over quantity. The few people who do watch my stuff, those are people I like are impacting. Those are people who I make my content for. I don't make my content for everyone. And I don't want everyone. Not everyone is going to appreciate this. Not everyone have the spirit. And I don't want to say it like this because it comes off wrong if I'm just taking off. But there's an intellectual capacity to what I bring to the table that isn't appreciated that can't be appreciated by everyone. That's fine too. That's fine too, right? But my point is that I know I could grow a lot quicker if right? If I was talking crap about Haiti, like if this show was Haiti Bad Business, where I spent the whole episode talking badly about all the things that are happening in Haiti, we wouldn't have 100 people today, right? I'd have 1,000 people today, right? Don't take my word for it. You go to any stream on about Haiti, you go on one qui sous live là, you parle caca, you have des bêtises, you have des gros jouets, you have des get maman papa, moun sa gen 1,000 moun sou chan, 1,000 moun. You gen 10,000 moun sou chan yo, moun ap radote, c'est ça yo préféré, right? But again, so again, I don't blame Haitian media. I blame the people watching it. Because media creators only create things that people watch, right? So to answer your question, no, I don't blame media. I blame the people who consume it. Let's see. LF says, I'm afraid putting soldiers on the border could lead to firefights. Dominican soldiers mistreated Haitians at the border. That's a concern. That's a serious concern. And thanks for sharing that. Matt Joseph says, is it possible to build? I'm not going to entertain that. We don't do charity here, bro. Yeah, sorry. In fact, please don't come to Haiti and build an orphanage. We don't want that. We don't need that. How about, hey, Matt, hey, do this, bro. There's a lot of unemployed people, a lot of starving children in Miami. There's a lot of starving children in Los Angeles. There's a lot of starving children in New York, right? There's a lot of starving children probably in your hometown right now, right? So Matt Joseph, who just dropped this comment, this guy wrote, leave this people. Guy goes, hey, I want to build an orphanage in Haiti. How about you stay in your country and you help your people, right? We don't need any more missionaries. We don't need any more orphanages in Haiti, right? I'll be honest, most orphanages, in fact, 9 out of 10 of those children actually have living parents. That's the truth. 9 out of 10. That doesn't mean making stuff up. 9 out of 10 have living parents, right? But between the orphanage gladly taking poor-looking kids because they can sell that image and make more money, and between parents generally being in a situation where they can't support and they rather give a chance for their kids to have quote unquote a better life, even though the kids are always better off with them, right? No matter what the conditions, the kids are safer and better off with their parents than with strangers who are just using their image to make money, right? Despite all that, right? It's still happening. Right? So Matt and Joseph, please, seriously, stay where you are at. I don't know if you're watching from Canada and America. Please, Haiti doesn't need you. Haiti needs entrepreneurs, businesses. Haiti needs people with the mindset where, okay, they're given I just told you that most of these kids have parents who really, if they had jobs and income opportunity, they would gladly keep their kids. What you need to start thinking about is, how can I come to Haiti to provide jobs to the parents of these kids? Because they have parents. How can I provide jobs to these parents' kids? That's what you need to think about. That come message me. Or buy the book when it comes out, right? It's going to provide a guide. But do that. That's how you can help Haiti. That's how you can help Haiti's children, right? Help their parents find jobs, get jobs, create jobs. But please, keep that orphanage crap off my chat, off this channel. This channel is not about that, all right? Sorry, folks. Everyone else, sorry you had to see that. I'm a pretty nice guy, but that's when I don't get nice. When you got all these poverty pimps come in and want to, benefit off, what's ailing Haiti without really understanding how to best help the country. You help the country by creating jobs, man. In what country have you ever heard has been changed because of orphanages? Tell me. Or has it been jobs being created that changes countries and actually helps the kids there? Right? Come on, people. Come on. Yeah. And most of these folks who come into the country with these ideas, these are the biggest, usually, red voting Republicans, conservative folks, free market folks. Again, I'm not here to pick a side. I'm not here for that. But all I'm saying is they believe in hard work and business and entrepreneurship and where they live and they reside, how they vote. But then they'll spend time coming to Haiti doing the opposite. And it doesn't make any sense. Any case, I'm sorry. I apologize, folks. I won't engage in that the rest of the stream, I promise. I'll ignore that. Right? Chill Will says, that's why me and my family spend a lot of time in DR, friends in the state, but Bush, Lee, Torsal, as long USA, Canada, France, financial Haiti. Until Haiti is economically independent, these other countries will have some say in how things are run in Haiti. Absolutely. Looking forward to having an ultrasound technical clinic in Haiti. That is awesome. Gibson, that's awesome. Let me highlight that comment. Gibson says he's looking to have an ultrasound technical technician clinic in Haiti. Listen, Gibson, hats off. I hope it gets done. Those are sort of innovative things we need in Haiti. You know, those are sort of things that you're not gonna have any security issues, you know, doing that sort of stuff. Right? You're gonna be just fine, bro. So good luck and keep me in the loop on how things are going. Can you type out the chocolate company? Absolutely, yeah. Ascania. I hope I'm spelling it. A little funny how it's spelled, but something like this. You do type in Ascania Chocolate Haiti. Oops, let me press enter. Ascania. Let me try to type it again. Ascania Chocolates Haiti. I think Google should carry the rest of the way for you. Ascania Chocolate Haiti, right? Okay. Tea is another good thing that can help. I saw that. That's great. Preach. Let's see. Any cousins? A lot of cousins. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Mari Cohen. Hey pal. If you do super chats, we do. Yeah, super chats do. You know, money does come to me. But for this episode, if you could go to the YouTube canal episode, the St. Louis canal episode, and donate there today. That would be a little better, this episode anyways, because we're really trying to impact that project, right? So if you can, do go over there, right? Okay. All right. Let's see. Scrolling down, lots of comments today. So I'm going to start skipping some stuff, unfortunately, guys. Sorry. Here you go. Emery says, go and build a mentorship center and provide tools and resources to build the mind of the youth instead of orphans. I love that. Right? I'm gonna let that hang on my screen for a little bit. Emery says, go and build a mentorship center, right? Provide tools and resources to build the mind of the youth, right? If that's a great alternative, right? If you can't think of ways to employ the parents, work on mentorship centers where at the end of the day, they go back to their families, right? And you're not taking a kid away from their parents, right? So that's great. I love it, Anne-Marie. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate it. No more NGOs. That's right. Businesses only. I appreciate that. That's absolutely right. Right. Hats off, Joseph Den. Thank you very much for the $5 donation contribution. Appreciate it. It's going to add it to the war chest so we can do some great content work here on this channel. I certainly appreciate it. But everyone else, go and donate to this. Go to the GoFundMe. I'm gonna drop it one more time for you guys. That's the GoFundMe there. Go donate to the Canal Project, infrastructure project, doing some great work in the country, in St. Louis to Sud. If you haven't seen the video, it's on the YouTube channel. For today, I thank you for that. But for today, go check out that video and that comment. Okay. All right. So Matt Joseph responds. It was just a question. Don't call me a poverty pimp. A honest question because I'm in college. Don't compare me to the people who came to our country. All right, Matt. I apologize, brother. I don't know you. I'm sorry. Generally, no facetiousness. I do apologize. And interesting, honest question. You probably didn't know better. So anyways, hope it's we know a little better now. There's a lot of more impactful ways to help Haiti, and if orphanages isn't it, you know. A lot of different ways, but really think about how you can provide jobs to the parents. That's how you can really help the most. All right. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate you. We good? Pound it. All right, bro. Thanks, bro. All right. Let's see. Peter J says they want us to rely on the good, so they will never control us. Haiti needs a sanitation department, all caps. Just had in the 70s when I lived there. I agree with you. I'll tell you one of the first things I do, if I'm ever president of Haiti, which I have no political inclinations at all, believe me, would be to use the military if needed, but use every national resource to keep the country clean, man. I mean, that's the low-hanging fruit. Keep the country clean. How hard is that? You know. Anyways, that's the episode for another day. So let's round out the news stories for today. Customs has reported a windfall, $4.8 billion, which is equivalent to 39 million USD collected in July. This represents a 30.87% increase year over year and 25.9% increase compared to the prior month, right? Now, you compare this to last year. Last year, we had 4 billion good collected, which is equivalent to 33 million USD. 4.5 billion or 37 million USD last year. So even last year was a record year compared to more usually 4 billion. Excuse me, right? And so a lot of that has been actually the increase in customs collected has been in part because of the systems that customs uses that removes a lot of opportunities for corruption. A lot of the money now, more of it, I'm not saying that's 100% is going directly to the Haitian Customs Authority, but a lot more of it is going to Haitian Customs, and they're able to record a lot of it. They're using a new management software that helps with that capture. There's electronic signature of slips now, for example, and there's automated vehicle clearance certificates that you can get even before you come into Haiti. You can get it beforehand. That has you skip the army of very corrupt officials and participants that gladly will take a piece of that pie if they didn't have that, right? And so all these processes have resulted in there's actually a continual process where they're looking at aspects of where corruption is happening, and they're interjecting newer processes that are restricting basically under invoicing is really a lot of it has to do with that, where the invoice that they give to the state, say they collected 40,000 good, and they'll write a slip to the customs that's like 5,000 good, right? So that's been lessened considerably, but still it happens. It still happens a lot. So I recently had maybe my first experience with customs. I had a laptop I had to bring in, and I used a reputable middleman. I won't say which company it was, but I used a reputable middleman company, and yet my laptop got stuck in the port for 2 weeks. Had to physically go over to the customs, and I can tell you the amount of money I had to pay to get it out, I know for a fact, isn't what went to customs, right? Just the way it went down, it was so super shady. They print out some BS form, and they said, yeah, this is how much you have to pay. And I was like, what? This doesn't sit right. Oh, it has to be cash, by the way. What? Right? And of course, I did my best to, argue with them, and I went, asked for supervisors and all that, and somehow the price did go down, right? So if customs shouldn't have any negotiation with it, but there was negotiation, right? And at the end of the day, how much actually went to the state, I don't know, but I can tell you per processes that have been added, it used to be a lot worse. And that's why in customs, I always tell people, if you can avoid importing, customs as a new business particularly, and just buy what you need here, because a lot of stuff you can buy here already, you'll be better off, because customs is a stress that you don't want as a new diaspora coming in, believe me, right? So that's that news. Education, support for schools during COVID. Schools across the country have begun receiving disbursements of 100,000 good, up to 200,000 good, to help with COVID and COVID issues. A bilateral agreement with Howard University, that's right, Howard, HOWARD, has been signed with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's MOU. The MOU is to support the Academy of Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the strengthening of cooperation with the University of Haiti. Universities with Haiti. So Howard University they're going to start allowing students to come. There's going to be officials or students and representatives going to Haiti, and we look forward to that. I have a lot of respect for Howard University. A lot of great people have come out of Howard, and I'm very happy that it's a HBCU, right? How about that? An HBCU connecting with Haiti and Haitian institutions and Haitian university academic institutions. So I'm happy about that. Happy to see that, and we're certainly going to keep a close eye on it. Hopefully that relationship grows. A similar MOU has been signed with Polytechnic University of Cartagena. I'm sure I'm messing up that name up. Cartagena. I'm gonna just type in the name. How about that? I'm gonna type in the name. So University of Cartagena, Spain, and the State University of Haiti, they signed an MOU that professional students are to go study. It allows students to study in various fields in Spain. So that's great news as well. Electricity, the final bit of news here. And I'm going a little faster than I would probably because there's construction crews looking to come and do work in the office here. And so the episode's gonna be a little short, though I hate to leave 109 people a little early, but electricity, let's move on. I can tell you for the first time in 27 days, we had state power coming to my office, right? Luckily, I was never affected by the 27 days of no electricity. It was in blackout in Haiti because of my 8 solar panels, 12 batteries, 2 backup generators, right? And recently, even my apartment, personal residence, I just installed 3 solar panels and some batteries there. So I was never affected, but certainly a lot of Haitians were. And the reason why, of course, is that Haiti took over all of its electricity generation capacity before Haiti had subcontractors who were, setting up and running out of the Haitian-owned Haitian electricity generation facilities. King Moise has went after these contracts that were costing the state as much as $12 to $20 million a month in revenue and in expenses, right, coming from Haitian revenue, and took it out of the hands of Seejeanty, High-Track, E-Power, right, and they've been doing it themselves now. You ever want to see something done wrong, let the government handle it. That's government anywhere in the world. And the Haitian government is particularly bad in doing anything. And so it goes without saying, within a month to 2 months of them taking over these plants, brand new generators stopped working. Poor fuel was poured into these generators that clogged them up. And across the country, everywhere, we had situations where generators stopped working. And so across the country, we experienced the worst blackouts I've seen in the 4 years I've been here. And so after breaking them, Haitian government had to buy new generators and new parts to fix these very massive machines. It took a few weeks, and now the machines are finally, the parts and the machinery has finally started to arrive. They started to fix them. They have generators and pipes rerunning again. And power is being generated once again, right? In fact, I had power the past 3 nights, which has been very, very impressive. Hard to believe, getting electricity a few hours a day is a luxury that I'm actually impressed in. That's a bit sad, but in any case, right? In particular, turbines at Cap Haitien got a lot of fanfare because Cap Haitien is supposed to be now receiving power back at the rate that they were, which doesn't say much. I think Cap Haitien was receiving, different places receiving as much as 12 hours electricity, and others were receiving maybe 6 hours or so. Very funny, the new director general of EDH, which is the state electricity provider, posted something on Twitter saying, we're for the 350th anniversary, which I mentioned at the top of the hour, of OCOP, we're happy to announce that electricity is back. And they show this photo of Cap Haitien well lit with streetlights and everything from a high vantage point. The problem is that photo was taken almost 20 years ago, I believe under Duvalier. That's one person I think I saw, but in any case, it was from years ago and not current day, right? So, hit the bells, bam, right? And finally, most importantly, for the long month, it was really a full month of blackout. EDH has announced that they will not be charging their residents for that blackout, which, believe it or not, people will be shocked when I tell them that. I've had stretches where we've had 2 weeks worth of electricity and 2 weeks of no electricity for a month, but yet I get charged the same amount of money. That's not unique. That's anybody, right? You can get, as much as only 1 week of electricity sometimes, in Haiti, but you'll be charged a full month as if you got electricity, right? There's not much you can do. You can't really argue. You just got to shut up and pay it, right? And which, by the way, motivates a lot of people to not pay it, right? That's why, Haiti has a notoriously low payment rate, not only because, for a lot of times don't have any real teeth against people who don't pay. They'll say they'll come and take your box away, but do they really? I don't know. I haven't seen it done. And secondly, honestly, a lot of people do it out of protest. They do it because, again, how do you get 1 week of electricity, but then you get charged for a full month? How does that work? You see what I'm saying? But in any case, EDH has come out and said for the whole month of July, for any region that was affected by blackout, just about everywhere, they're not going to be charged electricity, which is, wow, that's novel. Right? I'm not charging people for services they don't receive, and they give that to you as if they're doing you a favor. Sell Haiti, Haiti chérie. But then that is the news. That is the Haiti Business news for the week, right? And let's hop into the chat to see what folks are saying before we head out. And I can allow my crew of people waiting for me very impatiently in the corner of my eye there to finish this so they can get back to work and to getting this office up to snuff. Let's see. Let's scroll up a little bit and see what folks, where was I? Let's see. Scroll up. You guys are lighting up the chat today. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, here we go. Pierre R. Joseph, the government needs to revoke the license of all NGOs in Haiti. I don't think that needs to happen necessarily. I think what needs to happen is like Rwanda. Rwanda, believe it or not, Rwanda, as well as it's touted, there's still a good amount of NGOs in the country. But the difference is that the Rwanda government says, hey, this is what we need. Here's our 5-year plan. Here's our 10-year plan. And NGOs, what are you going to do to help us get to our 5-year plan, get to our 10-year plan, right? They regulate NGOs and get NGOs in line with what the government needs to do. It's not just a free-for-all and NGOs are doing whatever it is they want to do, right? It's a genuine work, collaboration. And so I think that's what we need, because NGOs, I'm not here to vilify NGOs because they're a lot of NGOs are doing work that are crucial, man. Like I know NGOs that are in there and they're saving lives, man. They're doing surgery, they're doing checkups, providing medicine. Like they're doing things that like it's legit. I'm serious. Like if they weren't there in the places they were, Haitians would be dying because they're not getting help from the government. They're not getting help from you guys in the diaspora. You guys are too busy talking shit about Haiti and not doing anything about it, right? NGOs are actually on the ground providing help. So I'm not going to sit here and talk badly about NGOs. They're doing great work. I think they need to be structured in a way to, number one, help with the long-term impact of the country, number one. And number two, they need to behave in a way that empowers rather than hands out. Instead of bringing in peanut butter, they should hire Haitian merchants and Haitian people to make peanut butter. Because that's one thing we have a lot. We have pistache, this, and a lot of different things we have, they should, whatever possible, buy locally, hire locally, right? Don't allow people to come in and do poverty tourism and just paint a house, post a photo on Instagram and fly out. What they need to do is they need to come in, become partners with the Haitian people on the ground and work close together with them, in a way that empowers, and that's the word. The word is empowerment, right? If they do it that way, let the NGOs in, right? Let the NGOs in. I don't have any qualms with that. But as it stands right now, the structure, my critique about the NGOs is the structure and the relationship they have with Haiti is wrong. A lot of them are stepping up and doing the right thing. A lot of them are stepping up and setting it up the right way, but there's still a ways to go, right? Let's see. Like the resolution. Thank you so much, resolution. That's the new camera. New camera is because of the donations that we're getting. And as I promised, every dollar that's given to me goes to improving what we do here in Seejeanty Media. So if you like the resolution, thank yourself. Thank yourself for either sharing the stream or contributing directly, right? So thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Scroll down. Lots of comments. Love it. Lots of comments. Yours truly, PL. I always appreciate. Yours truly, PL is probably my most active commenter. So yours truly, PL. Hats off. Even though I don't read everything, but I see everything, brother. And I appreciate the comments. Ralph Melton says, I agree with that formal jobs. Many of them are more needed. Poor economics, authored by Nobel Prize winner, clearly suggests that the number one solution is a much larger manufacturing sector. Totally agree with you. Michael says, just donated to the project. Awesome. Michael's in the house. Let me highlight that comment. Michael says he just donated to the Canal Suit Project. Let me drop it in the chat one more time. And again, you can see the video. I did a video on St. Louis to Suit. You guys watch the whole video. It's on the channel. And so go do check that out. But of course, those who are contributing to me today, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's going to be added to the war chest, not going to go to waste. But for everyone else, do what Michael just did. Go to the GoFundMe link. It's a very important infrastructure project that's happening. Let's see what we can do. At least get them to 2,500. If we can get them to 2,500 guys, seriously, I'm gonna do a follow-up episode when they're finished, because 2,500 guarantees that they can buy a truckload of cement, like a big old semi truck of cement, and which might be able to probably complete about a few hundred meters at least by itself, right? So let's see if we can get that, before at some point, maybe end of the week. Let's make that go end of the week. But let's see how much we can get today, right? But Michael, thank you so much. Pierre Joseph, thank you so much. Added $20 to the war chest. It's going to be added to do incredible work here on the channel. Thank you so much. And of course, everyone else, go give. I said don't give to me today. Not today. I'm glad you take it to next week, but this week, let's give to the Canal project that we just dropped, and go do check out that video. Okay. But thank you, Pierre Joseph. Certainly appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Let's see. That is the first step for business. Cartagena. I know I'm saying it wrong. Sorry. Is it Colombia? No, it's Spain. I swear it was Spain. Yes, also in Spain. There you go. I'm like, damn, did I really mess up that news story? It's the one in Spain. I'm sure of it. And the link of that to the news article is below, by the way. So it's in Spain. Haiti needs more clean energy. That's one reason why I'm sort of glad that the plants that King Moise is going to be coming out with, one's a solar plant, another one is natural gas. So, for what it's worth, he is doing that correctly, right? Oh, the E is silent. It's pronounced Cartagena. Okay, Cartagena. I'm sure I'm still saying it wrong. But thanks, brother. Miluk Raidzia, first time I'm seeing your chat. Happy to have you here. I remember we're here Sundays, 11 a.m. Happy to have you. Haiti is part of the Solar Alliance with access to $150 million. That's great. I haven't seen that news story. Maybe I did and I've forgotten it. Haiti has, India used to be worse. Lots of health issues, right? Let's see, scroll up a little bit. Yeah, killing with the chat today, boy. I love it. Let's see. Man, Joseph says, I gave the answer. Yep, mentorship. Yep, mentorship. That's the answer. But I appreciate you guys having that conversation for sure. Joseph 10, $5 says, do you think we will have a group? By the way, thanks for the $5, Joseph. Much appreciated. And be added to the war chest. Thank you so much. Everyone else, for this episode, don't give to me. Give to the Canal Project. The GoFundMe is in the chat. And also, it's on the YouTube channel. Okay. All right. It's a YouTube channel. I had a video about it. But thank you, Joseph. Appreciate it. Joseph also asked, do you think we will have a group of Haitian diaspora coming back? I live in Haiti. There's like some people doing in Africa. Number one, it's happening. It's been happening. Like if one of my episodes on the Palais, I spoke with the Fumbrums, Daniel and Corinne Fumbrum. And they were here 30 years ago. 30 years ago, right after around like the early 90s, they decided they had enough about what they were seeing with Haiti One impact, and they've been here for 30 years through the ups and downs of the ice deeds and all the stuff. They've been here, right? So it's been happening, right? I'm just talking about it, right? And so We didn't mean more of it for sure, right? But to be clear, Joseph, it's been happening, right? That's one reason why my channel exists. I don't know, Joseph 10, if you're subscribed, if you've seen any of my content, but go through my content. I've had a chance to meet so many Haitian Americans, Haitian Canadians, Haitian diaspora who've come back, who've started business, and I've been so happy to be able to highlight them in my content. And so please, Joseph, it's happening, bro. Check out the content. You'll be pleasantly surprised. And again, thanks again for the donation. Chill Will, my brother. I argue with my parents about this all the time. I'm in Haiti. Why pay a service that I do not receive? When it comes to electricity, you're absolutely right. Right. Let's see. Vole Selma Cap Oparina Paya. Okay. Elias is scamming because they can't collect enough revenue, so Elias is the red. That is true. That's true, especially since they stopped, the government stopped subsidizing them. Is there gasoline in the country? Yes, there is. At the moment, I think Haiti government entities don't have enough capacity, managerial skills. I certainly agree, right? There's a lot of good people in there, but there's too many people who are there because of who they know, unfortunately, right? I agree with you. Right? One of the diaspora ready to come back. I know so many more. Let's get this going, right? Absolutely chill will. Absolutely chill will. Empowerment. I'm for that, says yours truly. PL, the LM, in terms of population urban planning, plays a big role in the mess that we see major cities in. The rapid urban growth happened very chaotic. That's true. But the thing is, though, there's order in chaos, believe it or not. And there's a school of thought in urban development that actually prefers sort of what happened in Haiti, where you have streets, for example, streets that aren't straight. Actually the curvature of so many of the streets, the one laneness of many of our streets, saves a lot of lives, believe it or not, right? The fact that, the convenience, so a store can open up across the street. Convenience is a big thing. Zoning isn't as big of a problem. Now, annoyingly, a nightclub can open next to your house. and that's not a pleasant experience to have to fight and deal with. But there's a degree of organicness that I don't know. I found to be okay. What the problem is that where communities develop, Haiti should actually engage in those communities and build schools and provide services, and that's what Haiti doesn't do, right? It's one thing to restrict people from access, okay, but they're here, they're there. What are you going to do to help these people out? And one reason why City Soleil, Matissan, and City de Dieu, they're in such a bad shape is that, as I talked about it last week, people don't wake up and say, I want to be a criminal, right? Circumstances go in their direction, and lack of opportunity to do other things forces people's hand, right? And of course, once they start a life of crime, I can't speak for that because the consequences are a thing. And you rob somebody, you should go to jail. Kill somebody, you should go to jail, right? So there's no sympathy once you've done the crime. But my point is that the way you stop someone from ever getting into crime is providing schools, providing education, providing opportunities for them to work, providing their parents opportunity to make sure their kids have resources that can go to school. So those are the things that need to happen. Those areas need not massive police force. They need massive police force and massive education forces, health, community centers. They need investment by the state and safety on top of that. So that's my answer to that. I'm not necessarily too much for pre-community planning, but once the community is there, what can we do to help maximize the chance of the community to be successful and avoid crime and have a chance to live and a chance to be, right? It's really important, right? Wesley Campre. Wesley says, hey, Seejeanty, how you see you? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, Wesley. I'm at work sharing this with my coworkers in Hollywood, Florida. Hey, man. Hey, coworkers of Wesley. Happy to have you. Hope you individually, coworkers of Wesley, go open up your phone and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Wesley, thank you. Appreciate it. You're the real MVP. Thanks, brother. Amarai says, really inspires me to go back. Thank you. Jean Guerrera says, if we have government officials who give a damn about the people in the country, Haiti would never be in the deplorable state it is. You're absolutely right. No disagreement there at all. Adrienne Exanta says, where are you doing the project? I just got lost in my mind. Where are you doing that project? I'm not doing that project. Mayor Edwin Said is doing the project. St. Louis du Sud had a video on it on my YouTube channel. So once this video is done, it's about to be done soon. Go check out the most recent video we just dropped. St. Louis du Sud, the canal project. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then immediately after, impact, $5, $10, whatever you can do to help this project get to its goal. And really, I'm really eyeing $2,500. Get to $2,500, I will go back to St. Louis du Sud and do a follow-up episode because we would have contributed to a full truckload of cement, right? Cool. Nick Mawon, what is up? What is up? What is up, Nick Mawon? You're quiet today, man. I haven't seen you. Good to see you, brother. Good to have one of my regulars in here. He says, Nick Mawon says, all my friends, I share that Canal Aid video. They're amazed at how pathetic the government is for not even funding the project, right? The mayor by himself is having to do this, right? It's incredible. The government of Haiti is not doing this. I know it's sad. At the end of the day, we shouldn't, I'll be honest, we shouldn't be the ones doing it. It should be the Haitian government, but we know the reality of the Haitian government. And so we're not going to sit around and wait for the Haitian government to start operating because we know that that's waiting for Godot. True literature and art people know what that reference is. We're gonna impact and do it ourselves. Okay. Manu Kassav, what is up, Manu Kassav? Reduce on export. Let's export more. Manu Kassav, you're on point. And that's the Manu Kassav that I know have some really great Kassavs, actually. Very delicious. I've talked about them previously. Right? You can find them in America and in Haiti. Look out for them. Very great stuff. Out of Leogan, by the way. Kassav from Leogan. Usually the best Kassav is out of Capais. Out of Leogan. I didn't think Leogan had it like that, but go figure. Killing with the King Moise. Yeah. For those who remember, King Moise is ruled by decree, so with no parliament. So that's what you call the king, right there. Right. So okay, Pierre's going to share the canal project. Good stuff. Thank you. Appreciate that. Jean Guerrera, he has everything he needs. Just people weren't so corrupt. I agree with you. Right. Haitian diaspora need to come back, fix the country, right, by applying good example from leaders. Totally agree with you, right? And the last comment I take for the day, Matt Joseph, you see, Matt Joseph, that can be the last comment for the day. It says, my question is, how would you go about building a mentorship program, trade school, like Surrendering Bar? So here's how I'm going to respond to that. Go to Facebook, type in Arise Project for Humanity. There's a guy by the name of William Simpson Till who just was able to successfully, through our help, he was on a competition where we had to vote, and I think he had one of the most, like, 1 million people voted, and 1 million Haitian people voted for William Centil to be successful. And now his mentorship center is going to be built in Port-au-Prince, and I don't know I believe it's Port-au-Prince. I believe Kevin Hart's going to come to inaugurate it, right, and give it some exposure. Right. And he's been talking about this for a long time. So check it out. So Arise for Humanity. A Rise for Humanity. I'm typing in for you guys. Google A Rise for Humanity. Humanity. I'm going to try misspelling it. Humanity, and we put Haiti in there. And do that. Put that in Facebook. And or even Google. And you'll see what the project Williamson is working on. And that should point you in the right direction. Just follow his model. We can get a mentorship center like that in every major city. I mean, Haiti will be in the right direction. Less orphanages, more mentorship centers like that. And just reach out to Williamson and partner with him. And he certainly is someone who's going to be tremendous assistance to you and what you're trying to do, right? How you doing? Bonsoir, right? Bonsoir. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right. And that's it. That's a wrap for today's episode. I want to thank everyone who watched this from the beginning to end. Holy crap. Let me just say this. At one point, we had like 120, 125, 130 people, somewhere around there in the chat. That's the most we've had on the live so far. So I'm very happy to have you guys here. Welcome. Those who were here for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're watching this from. Hit that follow, hit that subscribe, button, right? We do this every week, every Sunday at 11 a.m. We're here talking economics, business, providing perspectives from a guy on the ground who's doing it. So thank you. Welcome. For those who don't know, there's an awesome episode we just dropped, YouTube Seejeanty, of the canal project, and saying you should go check that out. Go donate to that. And again, if you contributed, if you typed anything, if I read your comment on air, guess what? You're a co-host. You're a co-host. You co-hosted this segment, right? So as a co-host, I'm gonna ask you to share the live, share the contribution. You have as much ownership on this program as I do right now. So if you commented, we had a conversation today, share it across your network, share it on your Facebook, right? Share this, what we've got going on here, because at the end of the day, what matters here, I don't do it for myself. I do it for Haiti, and I do it for the return on information, right? The more people who are better knowledged about what's going on in the country, the highest chance Haiti has to actually get out of where it's at. But it can only happen if you share the stream and get other people involved and thinking in the right way for Haiti. Okay? All right. So that's it, guys. I want to thank you. We'll be back at it again next Sunday. All right. So next Sunday, we'll be back at 11 a.m. So again, we'll be back at it again. And we're back at it again. Peace.